Family of Dr. S.C. Jamir refused reports that Jamir had been hospitalized due to stroke. Family confirms that Jamir is fit and healthy and further asks public to not spread unauthentic news that cause panic and confusion. The appointment of a new village council chairman at Old Jaboga village under Dizit subdivision has been put on hold by the Deputy Commissioner Mon. Village council members expressed dismay that the DC has been delaying the appointment for almost 5 months now. Chief Minister Nipiorio on Wednesday launches Export Facilitation Cell of Indian Institute of Foreign Trade assisted by North-Eastern Council in the presence of IIFT Vice Chancellor Dr. Manoj Pant at Capital Convention Center in Kohima. Nagaland Literature Festival will be hosted on 3rd and 4th of December 2021 under the banner Through the Looking Glass, Traversing the Past, Present and Future. Hello and good evening and welcome to Nagaland TV English Prime Time. I am Chiben Kung. Here are the stories in detail. Family of Dr. S.C. Jamir had refuted reports that Jamir had a sudden stroke while in Woka. The family had clarified that Jamir had a slight discomfort and it was not a serious issue. The family further confirmed that Dr. Jamir had visited Zion Hospital for a checkup and his health is in a stable condition at the moment. Our reporter Sankam has more details on this.
Kisa to inika ase it amar ghor manu very close relative tar umade murishe kalirati to itu nimede baba to aji morning de ama bora kwa do 2:30 nishna de bhatpi thik pura nakhai gina tar idu funeral do attend koribo koigina ulaishe to itu time de okha olo par korigina he felt since he had not eaten na to lo weakness bi I share ro do lop kau do thik no hwa nishna hwa nimide do I do turn back koribo and my brother Apok also was accompanying him to do amar kokai borabi I do kau thik no hile do ini turn back koribo koigina takan ido okhadi olop turn back korishe aro tati rest korishe to tati ekta resort asina what is the name hammock I think hammock resort to tati rest kori thakishe to ito time de aro Oka Bura Dimapur Ponchibule would take another 4 hours. To ito time de American Abu Mehta secretary to advisor to CM Tarakibi contact Korishe aro I must put on record that CMO was very gracious and they arranged for chopper. To ini tarbi duk na kurigina takan ito Abu Mehta aro American CM Bura arrange personally to interest logina chopper arrange kurigina Dimapur Punchishe and from there we just went to Zion for just general checkup to Dr. Burado Ash tar age nimindi to American Burabi tar to bhala si niga koshe to tarbi American ido khushipura jai kina ro tar itia do tarbi morning de 2 o'clock to thikna ja do look to tired and he was also not feeling too well ido nimidi rest koria se
As per the state government's directive to elect village council chairman, the head GBs and Ang of Old Jaboga village under Dizit subdivision elected the new village council chairman. The VCC's appointment letter was forwarded to ADC Dizit for clearance. After verification, the ADC Dizit forwarded the clearance letter to the DC Mon. It has been learned that the DC Mon refused to accept the appointment, stating that there were 2 parties. The claim made by the DC was refuted by the VCMs, who clarified that there is only 1 party and not as 2 as claimed by the Deputy Commissioner. Furthermore, the Deputy Commissioner hasn't accepted the appointment and has been delaying the matter for about 5 months now. The VCMs, in an attempt to resolve the matter, met the Deputy Commissioner on many occasions. However, the Deputy Commissioner has not accepted the appointment, citing unnecessary excuses. The villagers have also lamented that the DC hasn't responded in a satisfying manner until now. The old Japoka villagers are unhappy with the Deputy Commissioner's unfair treatment and have asked every right-thinking citizen to speak up and act against corrupt government officials.
Mon district sub division tizit all Japoka village laga nutun VCM elect koribole time ahanisina nutun VCM elect korise itudu aru commissioner office pra approval bi dise 3rd August 2021 de itu bisete VCM bhitor pra VCC elect korise aru itudu ADC tizit pra DC monde forwarding korise 2nd September 2021 de aru itu pichete DC mon pra ekta clearance pi mangise aru itu clearance pi di dise hoile bi itia tak itu laga kagas tu DC office te rokhai gena ase aru itu tu all Japoka village GBs aru VCM kan tu 5 bar 6 bar jaise itu ki supply naga rokhai gena ase goina hoile bi DC office detu itu kagas tu itia bi naga rokhai gena ase aru itu upode aru itu kagas laga ki witness khan lage sabole mon ase gole itu kagas tu itia hat bi ase aru all Japoka village laga head GB aru GB.
Chief Minister Nipio Rio launched the Export Facilitation Cell of the Indian Institute of Foreign Trade on Wednesday at the Capital Convention Center, Kohima. Rio, while speaking at the event, stated that the IIFT would be a new beginning in import and export sector for the entire northeastern states. He further added that the main objective of setting up the cell in Nagaland was to encourage and assist the existing and upcoming entrepreneurs. Meanwhile, IIFT Vice Chancellor Dr. Manoj Pant, CDFL Professor Nitin Seth, and North-Eastern Council Secretary Moses Chalai presented overview of the export facilitation.
Though it is a small step, we call it a cell, but the institution is Indian Institution of Foreign Trade. There's a huge scheme, particularly for the Northeast and for the state. Here, I hope our entrepreneurs, our youth, will take advantage of the facilities and do promote their activities. I'm not trying to be negative, but I'm a positive living person, and I always do positively. But our people have been mentally, distorted, and the way how we are brought up and how do we discuss things, it has changed our mindset, our character, our activities, and we have not come out of that. That's how this kind of facilities for export will educate us and will also change our mindset. I think
Nagaland Literature Festival will be hosted on 3rd and 4th December 2021 under the banner Through the Looking Glass, Traversing the Past, Present and Future. The festival will be held at Alsemba Chosoma Kohima. The event includes book launches, panel discussions, storytelling, spoken word, oral literature, non-fiction, fiction, book signing, art exhibition, book reading, drama, book corner, food, art and music, thereafter accompanied by author talk and meeting the author. The festival will also be held in collaboration with Tafma Nagaland, Nagaland Tourism and Riders Collective. A medical camp was organized at Sanglao village, Nagaland district on 18 November 2021 by the Shamatar Battalion under the aegis of Headquarter Inspector General, Assam Rifles North. The village is a very remote village of the Kyamunyan tribe and is under the jurisdiction of the newly formed Nagaland district. The village lacks basic medical facility and is totally dependent on Nagaland for medical care. The main intent behind conducting the medical camp was to reach out to the people in the remote areas and establish faith and build cordial relations with the locals. A total of 80 villagers, including 57 children, benefited from the medical camp. Entire village appreciated the Assam Rifles for their effort and the care provided and assured their full support and cooperation in the future. The Rengma Selo Z President Kinet Kath, through Additional Deputy Commissioner Dzuminu Subdivision, has sent a proposal of creation of a new Dzuminu district to the Commissioner and Chairman of Committee on District Reorganization, Nagaland, on November 18. While acknowledging the 5-member Committee on District Reorganization for their concerted efforts regarding proposals of creation of new districts, the President expressed disappointment on the past government's failure to attend to the recommendation of the previous committees. The President also stated that Dzuminu district creation has been the long-standing aspiration of the people since 73 years post the creation of Dzuminu Bench Court in 1948. The RSZ President expressed his faith upon the CDR on timely submission of the report and recommendation within the stipulated 1.5-month period from the date of issue of notification. He further extended the support and cooperation of the RSZ to the committee, anticipating effective and timely action. The Akahuros Area Sports Association commences its 55th Kukame Trophy at Shukovi Public Ground in Shukovi Village on Thursday. The tournament was themed under Unity Through Sports and graced by Sri Jacob Jimomi, Honorable Minister PH80 Government of Nagaland. This year, a total of 14 teams from 16 villages are taking part in the tournament to compete in football, volleyball and badminton. A cash prize of Rs 50,000 will be handed over to the football champions, Rs 30,000 to the men's volleyball winners, and a total of Rs 20,000 will be awarded to the winning team of women's volleyball team.
Moi Benjamin ase, moi mohan lagaitu akahoto tokjo kami khakulu GBS Union te General Secretary ase. First of all, thank you Nltv, Hornbill TV. Ete mohan lagaitu ahikine event to cover kuragarni. Tia mohan, this is our 55th year since we had started this tournament. This is basically a tournament of, say, village level. Around 14 teams are participating here this year, and starting from today, this tournament will culminate on 24th of this month. And Basically, this tournament to mohan to sponsor nai. Itubra village level te village council, village community. Inika moram thaka.
The 9th Hornbill Riders Meet will be held on 2nd to 4th December 2021 at Chungkha and Kichiche under the theme Riders Unlocked. The meet will be hosted by Naga Chiefs of Nagaland Motorcycle Club NMC. Online registration for the riders will close on November 25. Apu Mehta announced the news on his Twitter handle on November 18. Mehta said that India and the world comes to the Hornbill Festival and when they take part in Nagaland to the world. He further added that he is looking forward to this thundering event and wished a grand success for the event. The 16th Annual Status of Education Report 2021 reported slump in government schools enrollment from 46.2% in 2018 to 34.8% in Nagaland on November 17. However, the proportion of enrollment in private schools increased as the reports highlighted the shift from the government to the private schools in the state. The report displayed that 32.5% to 24.4% shift in enrollment of 6 to 14 year students in private in 2018 to 2021 in all grades. The census also reported the increase in government school enrollment among older children of 15 to 16 years. However, the proportion of dropouts declined from 12.1% in 2018 to 6.6% in 2021 amongst older children. Meanwhile, online teaching learning became a cardinal source of education as schools shut down due to the pandemic. In contrast to the surge in government school enrollment in northern states of India, many northeastern states saw remarkable decline in government school enrollment and increase in the proportion of unenrolled children in school during the pandemic period. The Madamer Fund, also known as a fundraiser for young minds, has organized a Moonlight Dream to be hosted on 21st November 2021. The event will be held at the Heritage Raj Bhavan, Kohima in partnership with Out Loud. The main motive of the event is to sponsor students facing financial difficulties to further their education. The fund has come up with this to help and support towards a child's education. Meanwhile, a line of super talented artists will be performing for the event where it will feature Mizano, Bozio, Arendangsang, Ayam, Imsongti, Wati, Ale, Masivi, Vikali and Zachiko. There will be stalls for both anime fans and food lovers. The tickets are on sale and are available at Tea Cafe and Kindred, Kohima. Nagaland State Mahila Morcha President BJP Pangnong Gonyak welcomed the National Mahila Morcha President Vanati Srinivasan on 17th November 2021. Gonyak tweeted that she is looking forward to have her presence in the midst. The state executive meeting of the BJP Mahila Morcha Nagaland unit has been held on November 18 with the special presence of National Mahila Morcha President Vanati Srinivasan as the special guest. The president of the Mahila Morcha also visited Manipur and met Governor and Chief Minister of Manipur. She also visited Imakital, which is one of the largest all-women market in Asia. The Indian Air Force and France Air Force carried out joint exercise called the Desert Night 2. The exercise was carried out over the western seaboards. The French Air Force participated with Mirage 2000 and Rafale fighter aircraft. The Indian Air Force participated with its Su-30 and Jaguar fighter jets. The 6th edition of the India-France joint military exercise started from Monday. The Supreme Court has refused a former Mumbai top cop Barambir Singh protection from an arrest in an extortion case against him. Singh has at least 4 cases of extortion against him, and this court has demanded that he discloses his location. The Supreme Court has questioned the Mumbai police chief's lawyer on the petitioner's whereabouts. Justice Cole has hit out Mr. Singh's lawyer when he argued that he can get out of the hole if allowed to breathe, to which the court has remarked on his lack of confidence in the system. The Mumbai court said that the former top cop can be declared as an absconder in connection with extortion and case and designate him as a wanted accused. The Supreme Court will hear the matter on November 22nd. Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison announced that Australia will set up a consulate general in Bangalore High-Tech Summit BTS. Bangalore is the world's fastest growing technology hub and a home to a third of India's unicorn companies. The PM added that the country's new mission is to expand diplomatic presence in India to 5 posts, ties with India's innovators, technologies and entrepreneurs, as well as the Indian government on all levels. Morrison thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu and Karnataka Chief Minister for hosting the region's largest technology event. Australia also plans to set up a Centre of Excellence for Critical and Emerging Technology Policy in India. India on Wednesday won the re-election to the Executive Board of the UN's Cultural and Educational Organization for the 2021 to 2025 term. The election of the members of the Executive Board took place on Wednesday. In Group 4 Asian and Pacific states, Japan, Philippines, Vietnam, Cook Islands and China were also elected. The UNESCO Executive Board is one of the 3 constitutional organs of the UN agency, the others being the General Conference and the Secretariat, and it is elected by the General Conference. Acting under the authority of the General Conference, the board examines the program of work for the organization and corresponding budget estimates submitted to it by the Director General. Addressing the 7th edition of the Google for India virtual event, Union Minister of State for Information Technology Rajiv Chandrasekhar said on Thursday that the collaboration between the government and Sundar Pichai-run Google will help Indian startups emerge stronger in the new normal. He further said that collaboration is a great example of how government and industry can work together to promote the growth of local businesses. Meanwhile, in the event, the minister invited Google to participate in India's $1 trillion digital economy goal by 2025. Indian Railways unveiled its first ever port concept retiring rooms at Mumbai Central Railway Station. Union Minister of State for Railways Rao Sahib Patel Danve on Wednesday virtually inaugurated the rooms of port. The Indian Railway Catering and Tourism Corporation remarked that this facility will be a game changer in passengers' travel in India by rail, especially those on business trips. Notably, port rooms were first started in Japan, and these are affordable hotel rooms that are equipped with basic necessities in a compact form. Books of Emotions, declared by author Mongshai Kyamungyan, was launched at Deputy Commissioner Conference Hall, Noklak on Thursday by Deputy Commissioner Noklak Sri Hizumeru. The book is about the author herself, her struggles, and how she eventually came out of the dark. Her journey from darkness to light, the author wants to encourage the people through her book that no one is alone and it is not the end, no matter what circumstances. The book focuses on spoken word poetry. Hizumeru DC Noklak in his speech congratulated the author and encouraged that the art of writing is the art of discovering what you believe, as the author has already discovered hers.
My respect to the mother of Mongshai.
Something very dark and heavy, and my life was so unpredictable. But then it was at that age that poetry came to save me. So I really, I'm blessed. I feel blessed that the loss and the darkness that hovered over my life did not keep me in that dark space always, and then poetry was there to enlighten me and to make my life better and enabled me to look at the brighter side of life. Now, when it initially started in 2009, when I wrote the book, it was all about my dad and all the things that I was going through. So you can literally say that my first book is a report book of darkness and depression. But now I look at my fourth book and I am surprised at myself for the journey that I undertook, for how far I came and how my books turned from
International Fund for Agricultural Development UN for Asia and Pacific Division Country Director Han Ulak Demirak held a meeting with State Chief Secretary J. Alam at Nagaland Civil Secretariat, Kohima, on November 17. The director appreciated the state government for its commitment towards the implementation of the project. UN agency IFAD is reported to fund Fostering Climate Resilient Upland Farming Systems project in Nagaland and has assured its assistance to farmers with new and innovative farming technologies for agricultural growth. The State Chief Secretary acknowledged the efforts of IFAD for the improvement of income of farmers in the state's rural areas. Alam reiterated the need to educate farmers on global-based practices so that farmers will benefit from the abundant fertile land and water resources of Nagaland. The Secretary further cited the lack of expertise to overcome the agricultural and marketing challenges as well. And that's all we have for you now. For more news and update, keep watching Nagaland TV. This is me, Chipen Kung, signing off.
Do you dream to become a reporter? Or want to be a news anchor?
Your dreams can be a reality now.
Grab the chance to serve your state as a journalist.
Send your CV to cvdy365@gmail.com.
Call us at 7099033602.
Join the fastest